You are now tuning into
DJs on Cøøg.
every Monday
from 2 to 4.
We love Don Coochie.
The Daily Note.
What up, TDN Radio in the building. It's Cøøg. We have Javi. Hi, Javi.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm okay. My job just called me. Our job just called me.
Our job just called you.
So I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
I mean, you're the manager, so we good.
Either way, you're with your manager, so you good.
For sure. But we here, Monday 6 to 8. I'm excited. Kind of tired at the same time, though. A really weird weekend. How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was a little bit overwhelming.
Why?
Worked a lot. Had a lot of schoolwork, and got the exams coming up soon. Anatomy's not fun, but.
How was your Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day was good. Chilling. I like to keep that on the wraps. Not too public.
You good? But let's get to the more important matter at hands right now.
Definitely.
We got two special guests, DJ and TJ.
Yo, what up?
What's up?
How are you
What
guys?
Good, bro. Chilling. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Just sharing the mic.
Alright, cool. Nah, we're good. I'm chilling. Took my nap, my daily nap. So I'm good.
Daily nap.
I'm
That's
so
TDN,
refreshed.
He's in
How about
there.
you, TJ? How are you?
I'm alright. Just taught a class. Came here. My hands are cold.
Where do you go to school?
Yeah.
I don't go to school.
Oh, you said you taught a class.
Taught a class.
I'm like, oh, we don't go to school here?
No, I taught a class at Dance Athletics in Johnston. So,
Okay,
and now
okay.
we're here, jumping
So for those who don't know,
around.
who are you guys? Little brief
Introduce.
Uh,
Give us the Wikipedia.
yeah. So together we're the founders of Thr3e Dance Company, located here in Rhode Island.
Okay.
We don't have a building, but we are a traveling dance company. We have two other dancers on board with us here in Rhode Island. We have a dancer in ATL and a dancer in North Carolina. That's Mark Sheets in Atlanta, Ryan Taylor in North Carolina. James is here in the studio with us, actually.
Hi, James.
What's up, James?
And Edgar Valoria, which a lot of people probably know, so everybody's probably going to go tweet him right now, like, Edgar Valoria, I heard your name, I know you. Because he's, like, famous. I don't
Hella
know.
famous.
He's been around.
Yeah, he's overrated.
He's over
He's
Kid's
overrated.
overrated. Nah.
If DJ don't like it, I don't need it. Welcome to the show. I'm happy to have you guys here.
Thanks for
It's
having
crazy.
us, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
Me and TJ have been planning this for a while, but TJ kept trying to charge me.
What?
Yo, TJ hella high.
Yo,
No one believes me.
Yo, for real?
Yo,
This kid's shady, bro.
Yo, nah.
TJ was here, I was like, oh, I would love to do have you on my show, because me and TJ go back. He's like, oh, I've been to Japan and stuff, so
I didn't say that.
Oh,
Didn't
no,
say
this
that.
I've been
kid's
to Japan and
nasty.
stuff. It's
Didn't
kinda,
say that.
It's kind of
This kid's
difficult to
nasty.
book me. I'm like,
Yeah.
Didn't say
Exclusive.
nah, yeah, yo, I
that.
had to ask another friend. I was like, yo, you're cool, TJ. Can you hook that up?
Hey, that's crazy.
Dang, T.
Nah, honestly, it was
doing
just
it like that?
It was
I
just
don't know if
schedule
you're throwing
differences.
lies. This whole radio show is a lie now. Nobody believe nothing this kid says.
Nah, honestly,
He's
it
lying.
just- It just never really happened.
Peace Street.
Shout out to Peace
He's
Street.
lying.
Though. Shout out to the Met.
Shout
One
out to the
sign.
Met, yo.
One sign though. But you guys are finally here. I have a lot of questions for you guys. I was with one of my mates last night, Dimitri. He's dances. He loves Krump as well. He was just explaining how Krump is set up and all these ranks. I'm like, what? It's mad. It's different. I just thought I didn't even understand. He was just yeah, there's this, and then there's seconds and juniors and twins. I'm like, excuse me.
Shout out to Dragon Ball Z. They had Krump fams first, like Kid Buu and stuff. Kid Trunks.
Is that really where it comes
No,
from?
I'm just kidding.
I'm
just kidding.
Nah, but we low
levels to it,
key
man.
figured it out yesterday. We were like, wait, Dragon Ball Z actually had the first little homies because there was Kid Trunks, there was
Kid
Kid
Goten.
Buu,
Nah, for
Kid
sure.
Trunks.
yeah, Future. That's super funny.
He's
I
explaining
mean, we
it to
could
me.
clarify that for you if you want.
Yeah.
We gonna once that question comes up, we gonna ask you elaborate
Yeah,
a little
'cause-
more.
All right,
I don't
Because
know
he
how
went
that
on for
worked
an
out.
hour.
There's
I don't-
levels like Pokemon. It's weird.
Yo, he was
It kind of is.
He's like, you gotta be 8 people to get with a crew, and then when you get with the crew, you gotta impress them. Then you get a nickname, and they get more. I'm like, what? He just kept going. Krump is a lot more complicated than I thought.
Krump is crazy.
Krump is a cult.
Oh my god.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
no, there's people who really
we'll
think
debate
that.
that,
That's
too.
like-
we
it
can debate
almost-
that.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I just said that.
Hey, real
No,
life,
it's-
it almost is.
It
real
almost
life.
is.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever
Trust
you want
me.
to do. Whatever you want to do.
That's not a lie.
But let's get into the first question.
Hella
So I'm
true.
gonna ask, how'd you two meet, and how did the company come up?
Strip club. No.
It's funny because I work at a strip club,
He
but
does.
I'm not a stripper. We gonna talk about that off air.
That's how I met Christian, unfortunately.
You should have flipped those sentences. You should
Yeah,
have started
I mean,
with, I'm not a stripper, but I work at a strip
I
club.
mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
crazy.
don't know, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
how'd you guys meet?
Nah, well, I started dancing way back leaving middle school into going into high school. I went to high school at the Met. Yeah, so like, when I started dancing and everything, and I started, I was a part of a crew named Street Noise. I don't know, that crew's been around forever and a day, but I used to be in that group, training with a bunch of dancers, and including this guy behind me. But once I started getting there, started getting good with my training and everything like that. So being at the Met and being in Providence, everybody. So everybody's like, yo, you heard about that white kid TJ? Oh, you heard about that Asian kid Chevin? So those are like the first two dancers that everybody was trying to get me to battle. And everybody's like, yo, that white kid's nice. That kid's he'd be at the block parties. He'd be at the block parties. So I'm like, all right, I don't care. I don't really go to block parties, so whatever. They're like, yeah, this kid's
DJ was
nice.
in the club, that's why.
Yeah.
I was in the streets, DJ was in the club.
Yeah, basically.
He was killing it.
This kid was like 10. But anyway, so yeah, we were chilling and everything. Everybody's like, yeah. So I ended up leaving Street Noise, and then he was like the second or third generation of Street Noise. Fourth, whatever. It doesn't matter. One of those generations.
Some generation.
of that. And I guess Suave, which was like the leader of the group at the time, the dance group, he asked me he's like, yo, I got a couple new Krump dancers, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I'll come check them out. He's like, yo, I want you to show them a couple things, you've been doing it for a long time now, et cetera, et cetera. So I went to that rehearsal, and then I finally met this guy. He seen me dance, and he was like worshiping me. It was mad funny. This kid got on his knees and was like bowing. It was crazy.
Brought a lamb and everything.
Yeah.
Slay this lamb right now.
But he seen me dance and everything. He's like, yo, you're so tight, blah, 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 blah. He was 13. I think I was like 16 or something like that. I forget our age difference. But yeah, I think I was like 16. He was 13. And from that point on, we just started training together. He was mad annoying, though. Like, so annoying. In the beginning,
how white people are when they're young, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, he was so excited. Yeah. He was so excited because at that time, I knew Tight Eyes already. I knew, like, a bunch of dancers on the West Coast. So he was, like, all excited and groupie and everything. Yeah, it was funny. He was being super white.
My turn, anyways. So, yeah, that's true. We finally met, and I was like, oh, you're DJ? Everybody wants us to battle, but we kind of, like, knew each other, so we were like, nah, it was pointless. Yeah, and just hung around, stuck around, went to my first Krump event.
He got lost in Boston.
Hella lost. DJ wouldn't pick up his phone. He's like, nah, F this white kid, man. He finally picked it up. We got there, took the train, whatever. It was cool. And, yeah, we just kind of been rocking since, crumping, doing all that good stuff. And then 2009, probably a few years before that, we started going to like local Krump events in Boston. We went to Virginia, Maryland, all these places that FAM was throwing these dance events. And then we went to Virginia, and this was after East Coast Street Kingdom became a thing. So like Street Kingdom existed on the West Coast, and they was killing it over there. And then Tight Eyes expanded. Virginia was the first place. I don't know why. And we have no idea why.
Yeah, no shots.
Yeah, so we went there, and then they asked us to be on East Coast Street Kingdom. So since 2009, we kind of been rocking with Street Kingdom, For Grip, Tight Eyes, Knucklehead, all these people you guys see, and all that chocolatey goodness. So
you bring up Tight Eyes.
Yeah.
I want to say he's the first person to introduce Krump to like people like me who just casually just watch dance.
Yeah.
How is it to see like Krump evolving and becoming like a real like household name and like dance taking it serious? Because Dimitri was telling me last night like at one point in time like people were just kind of like roasting Krump.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's how when anything's new like that, like the Dougie starts and everybody laughs at it. But that's a trendy dance, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's whipping now, you know. It's fun, but it's not like a real thing. You can't really get into it. But when Krump first started, everybody thought that it was just gonna be like a direct evolution of clown dancing on the West Coast. So when Tight Eyes and Miho, which are the creators of Krump, you know, came together and we were like, we want to make this has to be our own thing. Like, we want this to be our own thing. We want people to know it's different. They started going to these parties and battling clowns, killing them off, and then everybody knew, like, this was different. They were like, all right, this is crazy. Tight Eyes started doing some stuff in the industry. He was in Stomp the Yard. He choreographed Christina Million's Dip It Low video, which was huge back in the time.
Which is funny to say.
So he started doing stuff like that, and people were like, "Oh, Krump," and then you know, some other pioneers that were part of the dance at the time kind of broke off, did their own thing.
Brought it to the industry.
Brought it to the industry. Lil C brought it to the industry. He got into LXD, started judging on So You Think You Can Dance. Casper, which is Jennifer Lopez's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, whatever he is now, was one of the first white Krump dancers to really get it popping. He became a background dancer and started pushing. Miss Percy did the same thing. So to see Krump evolve and get better every year, it changes every year. It gets harder every year. It gets faster, more technique, more skill and stuff, and it's crazy to see people actually respect it. You know, you talk about Krump and everybody's like, before they used to be like, oh, it looks like you're having a seizure. You know, everybody would clown it. But now everybody's like, yo, that's crazy. Krump is hard. Like, I wish I could Krump. And people are really getting a respect for it because they see the potential, you know, when it's live on TV. Or you see Tjay Djay was just in Madonna's new video. That new song she just dropped. He performed on the Grammys and stuff. So it's getting a lot of respect in the industry. And I think it's kind of pulling that mantle off of, you know, this is a funny thing. People are starting to see how serious it really is. It's young. 15 years, 16 years isn't, you know, ballet's been around for like 100 years. Jazz has been around forever since like the 50s, 60s and stuff. So it's really crazy to see, to be a part of Krump.
As it evolves.
You know, it's evolution.
You're basically seeing it like firsthand. That's
crazy. Because like the thing with Krump too is like, it's grown so much to where it actually has its basics, its advanced movements and things like that are basically a part of, you know, fulfilling the dance. So it's not just like, oh, people think you're just throwing your arms around doing this stupid dance, but there's actually a technique to the dance style now. So it's not. It's a lot more structured. There's names. Right, there's names for everything. Like everything means something. You story tell with this dance. So it's huge. It's huge. So like it definitely it's created its own culture too. Like we have our own clothes. We have our own music, like, you know what I mean? So everything, like, this is...
Only 15 years, too. That's pretty straight.
Only 15 years. Yeah,
Interesting to see where it'll be in 15 years from now and so on and so forth.
You might have to play a Krump track or something for him later.
Back to the subject we were talking about prior to the music break. You brought up Tjay Djay. Tell us about that event you guys had in Rhode Island and how epic that was and how that came to be.
Yeah, that was freaking epic as ever. So, during our time span in this dance style, there's been a lot of Krump events throughout there's been a lot of Krump events throughout, like, you know, the states and everything like that. So we took it upon ourselves to say, hey, let's, you know, we're in the smallest state, let's give it a try. So we're trying to think of names and everything like that. So I had a couple of my friends from the West Coast kind of help out with that. We settled on the Fitted Talk with a PH instead of an F. Just because it's different, and that's just what we do.
That's
so
what Krumpers
it gives
do.
That's what Krumpers do.
You
got that street cred, bro. You got that street cred.
Got that silent P.
That silent P. So now we came with the Fitted Talk. Basically, we built like a small career in the Krump community. So like we had a lot of connections. We knew a lot of people. We had a decent fan base. We had a decent hater base.
Which is good to have.
Which is always great to have. I love it. Yeah, they feel you. So, we figured out, you know, locations, all this. Basically, this one that we just recently threw in September, right? September? Yeah, September.
Manager?
I forgot already. Yeah, September 2014.
2014.
That was our fourth one here in Rhode Island. We usually use the Met venue over there, but yeah, this year we used Thr3e. We're trying to make the event a little bit better quality, like better sound system, better lighting, better all that good stuff.
Makes
So,
sense.
AKA to get more paper, so.
Yeah. You know, we're making that money.
Venue's important.
The venue is really important.
Although the Met was free, but we won't talk about that.
So the venue was really important to us. So we wanted to throw, you know, quality Krump event, great battles. You know, get everybody that we could possibly get here. So we threw that in September. We had Tjay Djay, the creator of the dance style, come out here and basically had him battle one of the top street dancers in New York, which is Havoc, and he's into the style dance flexing, which is crazy as heck.
Battle Fest.
Yeah, Battle Fest and everything like that. So we had those. That was like the headline battle. Plus, we had like other battles from people, you know, Virginia, Atlanta, North Carolina, New York,
Russia.
Like, yeah, people came from all over the world.
Event.
Yeah, people came from. Yeah,
that's sick.
people came from all over the world. We had these battles set up. We had like a tournament set up. All these people battled. Yeah, so basically it's just an event that we have friendly competition. Everybody gets to showcase their skill, their material, what they've been practicing, all those types of things. We had a great turnout. We had, I think it was like 250 people. 250
nice,
plus,
Probably a little bit. Yeah, like tantric people were like standing on the bar, sitting in the window. There was like so many people everywhere. It was crazy. Even our videographer that was recording the event could barely move around to get like different spots because there was people everywhere. So like, you know, we had chairs and stuff, but then you got that interactive seating on the floor where everybody's just going crazy. So it was just really intense. And yeah, it was a great turnout, you know, trying to set a standard not only in Rhode Island, because Rhode Island doesn't have many big dance events. They have like jams at Brown University and stuff like that. But I think the Fitted Talk is one of the bigger, like, this is a dance strictly for this dance. You know, a huge fan base comes out, some pretty big name dancers come out and stuff like that. So the next one's in Toronto, Canada, in July. So we're starting the tour, yeah. So yes, the Fitted Talk, it's tight.
That's sick, man.
And are the DVDs out officially?
The DVD is currently, we're waiting for it to come back to us, and it's I think it's the first Krump event DVD on a Blu-ray. So
Ooh.
that's like a first of
You guys
its
getting
kind.
paper now, yo.
So I mean, it's definitely a hard process. So we're waiting for the DVD to come back. The Fitted Talk Special Edition Blu-ray is coming back to us, and
Make sure you guys cop that when that
out.
drops.
Yeah.
The reason why it's Blu-ray too is because
They get paper.
it's so there's just a lot of footage. So what we wanted to do also is the first Krump DVD that will have like a crazy amount of footage on it. So like we put everything on it. We put all 3 days. So there's like a pre-session on Friday,
For sure.
which when everybody got here, we went to the studio and everybody just had a crazy freestyle session. All that's on footage. We had the event on Saturday. We had the meet and greet with Tjay Djay up in Boston at AWOL. That's all on footage. And then we got Sunday, which was the workshop and everything like that. So
And a bonus battle.
So like
Right.
we put all that
Got
on
some
there.
deleted scenes, all
Yeah,
that
the
stuff.
content is
Got
insane.
the
so-
interactive game.
Hey,
Yeah.
we sent the file out, and the people that's like producing the DVD for us, like putting it on wax and all that, were just like, so this is a big file, you know. We're like, yeah, that's why we're gonna do it Blu-ray. They're like, people rarely have a 21 gig file like sent, so it's like it was even crazy for them. But I'm glad we're doing it. It's different. People deserve the content, you know, like the whole experience from beginning to end.
It's basically a historic DVD for Krump because you can always go back to it
Yeah.
and learn something, because at the end Tjay Djay teaches basically what Krump is from the beginning to where it is now, which is insane.
What's
That's
that feel
it.
like to like do an event like that? You two just sat. Well, your company as a whole just really put that together. That must make you guys feel great.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you it's definitely stressful. This Fitted Talk we put together probably in 3 months. We were like, let's put a team together. We put a team together. We had an office at the Met. We still do. We got in there and in the business center, and we just started working. We were like, yo, what do we really want? Do we want to be back at the Met? Can we be back at the Met? Or do we want something that attracts not just dancers, but, you know, this whole demographic? And it feels good, man. We were in the Providence Journal.
Wow.
They came, interviewed us, watched the event, said it was probably like one of the craziest things they've ever seen. So as far as like being this little dancer, you know, these little dancers from the smallest state, doing something that monumental in Krump, you know, it's very insignificant here in Rhode Island, but people soon will be like, wow, Krump is pretty crazy here in Rhode Island. You know, you guys might want to go to the Fitted Talk to see this dance event. So
As it continues to evolve.
And every year that we throw it, like I said, this is the 4th one. So every year that we throw it, it gets crazier and crazier. The first one, it was actually, for the first one, it was pretty decent. I think we had like 150 people.
yeah, it was crazy.
And then every year it just gets better and better. So
Yeah, man, that's sick. Like you have so many people come out just for that one thing. Like you said, it's the first one.
Yeah.
You have people from Russia coming out. That's sick, man. Like
and we're also
a lot of people can't do that. That's a big event.
yeah.
That's really big, honestly, because we don't have a culture. I don't feel like we have a culture in Rhode Island. So I mean, with anything. So for it to be Krump and that to be one of our biggest events, because
Yeah.
I heard about Fitted Talk everywhere.
Yeah.
Personally, and I follow like rap shows and everything. And that was one of the bigger things of last year. So for you guys to do that is dope.
Yeah.
So props on that, because I want Rhode Island to be more of a scene and things to happen.
Yeah,
here.
because like the
We're
dance scene
trying.
in Rhode Island, especially like Krump, it's not apparent. Like it's there, like people dancing around, but it's not on the spot.
Yeah.
Like,
He's from Boston. He be trying. He's like, yeah, you guys all dancing. I'm like, sorry.
Well, yeah.
there's like negative dancing.
Yeah, no, seriously. There's dancers here, but I mean, like you said, it's not a huge culture. Like we need something like impactful, like
something to own. We want to own it. Yeah,
Exactly.
we want to own it. You know, we want to throw stuff that it's all right. We have all these other dancers come out. Like Little Bastards clothing line came out and they sponsored us. They sold their clothing and stuff. And they're another business here in Rhode Island. And it's just really tight to work with these people. And we want more just dancers, period, to come out and see this event. You know what I mean? It's not just something that has to be Krumpers, because majority of the people that came as dancers from New York, Boston, Virginia, Maryland, all these other places. And you know that the part we want to get to is having more Rhode Island there. You know, having our people there to meet all these other people, to see all these other people, and yeah, it's a pretty big feat when you really get into it, but it's tight. It's fun.
One more question before we go on our next music break.
Shoot.
All fitted talk. We're gonna talk about these 2 trips you guys took to not like New York or like LA. You guys went to Japan and Ukraine. Tell us about that.
Yeah, man.
Craziest experience in my life.
When was that? So Ukraine was probably like exactly a year ago.
Yeah, because we went in
last
February. Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the dance scene out there in Russia and Ukraine is crazy. Like overseas is crazy for Krump because they respect the craft. That's the difference between overseas and America. We take it for granted because Tjay Djay is here, he's been around. But overseas, like, they study it, they watch footage, they do it every day, they teach classes, they write it down in notebooks, like, they go crazy. And for me and DJ to finally have enough credibility as session dancers, battlers, teachers, and stuff like that, to not many people get to go overseas and teach Krump.
For sure.
Period. It's not.
Now, did you get invited?
The same people that go overseas are the same people that've been doing it for years. Tjay Djay, his brother Miho, some of the older OGs, Rapture, Solo, Crush, and then some of the newer cats we came up with, Lil Tjay Djay, Kid Style Ripper. These people came up and now they're getting to go. Knucklehead, Lil Style Ripper, Junior Style Ripper. These people are out there killing it, and they're all from the West Coast. So me and DJ kind of claim that first ones from the East that's still here banging on the East for Krump. We were the first ones to get asked and like invited over there, and it was.
Yeah, that was definitely the craziest message I ever woke up to. Was receiving that message like, hey, we want you to come to Ukraine. I was like, yeah, right.
Stop lying. Stop lying.
I'm like, really? I'm from Rhode Island. Like, come on. But yeah, it was definitely tight to be asked to do something like that. And then the same thing happened with Japan. Actually, before I go, this hat is actually from Ukraine. This is one of the gifts that he gave me.
Slams brand. Slams brand. He's plugging a little bit.
It's a little sweaty, but whatever, because I was dancing it.
You gotta pay for that.
Yeah. But Japan, it was the same thing. I woke up in the morning, I got a message from my bro, June, from out there, and he's like, hey, man, we want to bring you guys out here to judge this tournament, teach workshops, blah, blah, blah. And that was crazy. And that happened in October, and that was just like, that was really dope. That was just Japan. I fell in love with. it.
Now, how big of a difference is like the Krump scene compared to like Japan to like Ukraine? Is it very like similar?
I could tell you. Yeah, the styles of dancers are different. The work ethics are different, but everybody's motivated there, and these people work hard. Like Ukraine, Russia, freaking these people work hard, man. We went over there and it changed like our work ethic. Like we were there not sleeping. We got off the plane. We went to the 24-karat store, got some sponsor clothes or whatever. Boom, we left. We went straight to a session. We had to teach our workshop after session. We woke up the very next day. We had to go to the event spot at like 11 p.m. We were there all day rehearsing. We barely slept.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. I said 11 p.m. 11 a.m.
Either way, man.
So we slept during intermission at this event. It was 6 hours long. We had to judge 75 people dancing. Like that's how crazy it is there.
Yeah,
so like
that's too much.
So there was like 100. There was like 100 dancers and like 250 spectators. That's how crazy it was in Japan. And Ukraine was the same way. There was like 50 plus dancers, 200 people at the event. Like our workshop in Ukraine was 40 plus people. Our workshop in Japan was like 40 plus people. And that kind of stuff is just, it's hella crazy. when you finally get to see that, and you're like, America, you gotta step your game up because this is crazy.
It's not like once you jumped off the plane, you just hit the ground running, like didn't stop.
Yeah.
As you should though.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to be
Oh, if you
surprised.
want to grind,
We
you
try,
gotta
oh,
put
the
your-
steering
put your
wheel's
name
on the
out there.
other side.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these
And the
bushes.
thing-
Like,
No,
we're trying to
like,
we're trying to
appreciate
get
things.
everything all together.
The
but
thing that's
it's
crazy too is you go out there and you see how dedicated people are to the dance style and how much the culture over there respects it too. Like the dance studios out there welcome these different dance styles. Out here it's kind of like iffy, like wishy-washy. They don't want to. They're like, oh, I don't know, da da da. I'm gonna lose money, this and that.
Mhm.
But out there, dude, they're like, yo, bring it in. If
They're
you're
just
bringing in
committed.
kids, yeah, like it's crazy, man. Their workshops are always popping.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing.
So you guys are traveling the world. Did Fitted Talk, first monumental event in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
You guys do some interesting things.
Pretty dope ski.
trying to capitalize. It's hard to capitalize on that, but 2015 is. It's in
Yeah,
the
so
works,
now we're basically working on the Fitted Talk tour, which we're gonna be traveling a Krump event. So we don't want to just keep it here, but like we
Keep
mentioned
moving around.
earlier, we're gonna be in Toronto this summer. Get it popping out there and stuff like that.
ATL.
And then
Shout out to
in
ATL
Atlanta.
one time.
ATL one
Yeah,
time.
ATL
Time,
JoJo. What do
And
we
then
do
back
for
to
ya?
back to Rhode Island.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're trying to move it around little by little, and then eventually like have actual tours, like schedule to where it's like more frequent.
So keep expanding.
That's it,
Is the
man.
move.
Just monopolize the industry, yeah.
Absolutely.
Get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got this. Don't make
I
those.
wish you guys the best though. Whenever an event's coming up, let me know and I'll promote it on the show.
sure,
I'll
yeah.
promote it on the website.
For sure.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for
Definitely.
coming though. I really appreciate
Thank you for
it.
having us, bro.
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, even though I had to pay the TJ fee, I stand by
Whoa!
it. Yo,
Where that money at?
You know who implements those fees?
your man is
Yeah.
Boy.
The man Archer.
See that at the end of the day. But yeah, we gonna take a music break. Here's that new Bronson joint. It's not clean, but like it's that new Bronson joint. So it means a lot to me. Here's Terry
It
actually
means a
Bronson
lot.
off Mr. Wonderful, March 24th that drops.